Okay, so we start with the intro of the song, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna play on the seventh of the A string, 9 on the G and on the D. We play 2 times, then we go to 5, 7, and 7. Okay, 1 time, and then we just go back to the first position, and then we end on 5, 7, and 7 again. Okay. And then we're gonna do that on the A string. We just play 1 time, and what we're gonna do is kind of a flick. We're gonna do a hammer on. Okay, we hit the loosened string on the A string. We do a hammer on to the second fret, and then a pull off to the loosened string, and we repeat the same movement several times. And then when we end doing that, we hit on the D string, okay, on the loosened D string. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is, okay, we're gonna do that. So on the third string, on the G string, we're gonna do from 7 to 9 slide, and then we're gonna go to from 7 to 9 back to 7. Okay, and the next movement is going to be on the D string. We just hit 1 time. Then on the A string, we do a hammer on to the second fret. Then we hit on the loosened D string, A string, and then we go to the third fret on the sixth on the E string on the sixth, and we do a kind of a bend, and then the loosened string. Okay. Okay, so the next movement is we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna do actually this part. It's like the first thing we saw previously. 7-9-9, then 7-5-5, and then we just go back to 7-9-9, and then we do. We're gonna be doing that. It's gonna be 7 on the third string, on the G string, 9, 7. Okay, on the D string, and then we're gonna go to the D string on the fifth. Okay, we do a hammer on to the sixth, and then we go on the A string, 7, 5, 7. One more time. And the end of that is going to be similar to what we've seen previously. It's going to be A string loosen. We're going to hammer on to the second, and then the D string, loose D string. Then we're going to go to the third fret on the sixth on the E string, do a kind of a bend, and then loosen string. Okay. And then on the verses of the song, it's the same movement we just did, and then we just wait and start again. Okay, so on the chorus we're gonna be doing. We're going to be doing that. It's actually pretty simple. We're going to do 7 on the fifth on the A string, 9 on the D and on the G string, 1 time. Then we go to 5 on the A, 7 on the G and on the D. Then we go to third fret, okay, on the A string, 5 on the third and on the fourth string. And then we're going to do 2 on the A string, 4 on the G, and 4 on the D. Okay? And we start with the same riff again. Okay, so with the solo, what I did, I divided the solo, I split the solo on different sections so we can learn it faster. It's gonna be easier that way. So what we're gonna do on the first part of the solo is gonna be the following. We're gonna be doing is on the D string, on the 12th, hammer on to the 14th, and on the third string on the G string, on the 12th we play it one time, and on the second time we're gonna do a bend. Then what we're gonna do is, okay, 14 one time, 14 for the second time. Then we go back to the 12 and go back to the 14. Then what we're gonna do is we go 14 on the D string, 12 on the D, 14, 12 one time, and on the second time we do that bend, and then we go back and we end on the 14. We do kind of a vibrato. Okay, let's go one more time. Okay, so the next section is gonna be we're gonna be doing that. We go to the 14th, okay, and we're gonna go to the 12th. Both at the same time. We strip both at the same time. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the 12th still, and on the 14th we're gonna do a bend. Okay, we're gonna repeat the same movement 3 times. Then we do it one more time, and when we are doing the bend, we play one more time and we do the release. Okay, we just do that. Okay. Then we just play, just hit 2 times or 3 times. Two times. Then we go to the 12 on the B string, and we do that. On the 14 on the G string, do a bend and go to the 12. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the 14th 2 times, then the 12 on the 4th on the 12th. Okay, on the 12th on the D string. We're gonna do that 2 times, 12, then one more time on the 14, and then what we're gonna do is 14, 12 again. Let's go one more time and slow. Okay, so the next section. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna play on the 14, and then we're gonna play one more time, and we're gonna do the bend. Okay? We hit it one time, do the bend, and we play again. We hit it again on the 14 on the G string, and then we do kind of a bar on the second string on the first string, 12, 12, then 15, 12 on the second string on the B string. And then what we're gonna do on the G string is 15, 14, 12. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna go to the 14 on the G string, and then go back to the G string to the 14. Then we do a bend. Okay. Let's go one more time slower. Don't worry. One more time. Then we go to the 12 on the G string, And what we're gonna do is 14, okay, 12 on the G string, 14, 1, 14 twice, 12, and 14. Okay, so the next part is gonna be, we're gonna be doing that on the 15th, okay, on the B string. We just hit it one time, and then we're gonna go to the 14 on the G string. We do a bend. When we are on the highest part of the bend, we hit it again, and we do the release. Then we go to the 12 on the G string, 14, then 12 on the G string, and 14 on the D string. Okay, 12, 14 on the D, 12, and 14 and 14 on and 12 on the D. Then we're gonna do, we go 2 times on the 14, 12 on the G string. We do kind of a tiny bend, and we go back to the 14 on the D string, and then we're gonna go 12, 14 on the D string, and 12 on the D. We do kind of a bend. Okay, so the next section, we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna go to the 14 on the G string. We're gonna do a bend, then we do a bar, 12 on the B string, 12 on the E string. And then we go 14 on the B string. I'm sorry, a 15 on the B string, 12 on the B. And then we go to the 14 on the G string. We do a bend. As soon as we hit it, we do the bend. Then we go back to the 14 without bend, and we go back to 12 on the G string, 14 on the D string, and then we go back to the G, and we do a bend. Okay, let's go one more time in slow tempo. Don't worry. One more time. And as soon as we end with the bend, we finish with the bend, we go to the 12 on the E string, and we just and then we start with the next part. The next part is going to be 15 on the B string twice. Okay, and then we're gonna hit on the 15 on the B string, 16 on the 14 on the G. At the same time, when we hit it, we do the bend. We are on the higher part of the bend. We hit it again, then we do the release, and we do 15 and 14 again, okay? It's bend, hit when we are doing the bend, and then 15, 14 without bend. And then we do that, we go to the 12 on the G string, and 14 on the D string, okay? Let's go one more time. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna be doing that. 12 on the E string, 15 on the B string, and then what we're gonna do, 15 on the B, 14 on the third string on the G string. We do the bend, we kill the note, okay, with this hand, and then when we kill the note, we do the release without listening it, okay, listening to it, and then we go 15 and 14, okay. We do that 15 and 14 again. So. And then what we're gonna do is 12 on the G string, 14 on the D string, and we repeat the same thing again. 12 on the G string, 14 on the G string. Okay. Then we we play on the 14 one more time, and we're gonna do 12 on the D string, hum around to the 14. We do 12 on the G string one time, second time we do the bend, and then we go back to the 14 on the D string. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing that on the A string, 12, hum around to the 14. On the D string, 12, hum around to the 14. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna play on the 12. Okay, we do kind of a bar on the third, on the G string, and on the fourth, on the D string, on the fourth string. We play several times, and then we end on the 14 of the D string. Then what we're gonna do is we do that. After we end on the 14, we hit it 2 more times. We do a bar on the 12 on the B string and the G string on the 12. We do a bend. We go to the 14 with the same bar. We do a bend. We go back again to the 14th without the bend. We go back to 12 with the bar, and then we go to the 14th on the D string. Okay, let's go one more time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play on all this first section, what we just learned, not in a really slow tempo, and not really fast. Okay. Okay, so the next section. We're going to be doing that. We're going to go to the 12 on the E string, 15 on the B string. Okay, and we just go 12, and when we go to the 15, it's a classic movement. We do a bend on the 15. And then we go to 12, and we'll finish on the 12. Okay, we wait a little bit, and we're gonna do 12 and 15 at the same time. Then what you're gonna do is we're gonna do that 12 on the E string, 15 on the B string, 12 on the B string. Okay, and then we're gonna go to 14, do the bend, 15 on the second string on the B string, and then 14 again, and we do the release. And then we end on the 12 on the third string. Okay? Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to 15 on the B string, and we're going to do a release on the third string. We're going to go to the 14 on the third one. We'll do the release, okay? And we hit 15 and 14 on the B and on the G string 2 times, okay? Don't worry, let me explain a little bit slower on that. We're going to go to 15, and as soon as we go to 15, we're going to be doing a bend on the third string. So we go 15, and then when we hit the third string, the G string, we do the release. Okay? And we go to 2 times 15 and 14. Then we do that 12 on the G string. We'll go to 14 on the G string. We do a tiny bend. Then go back to 12, 14, tiny bend, 12 again. Then we do that 14, 12. Okay, 14 on the D string, 14, 12. Then we're gonna go 12 on the G string, one time. Then the second time we do a bend, and we finish on the 14. Real simple. Let's go one more time, slow tempo. Okay, so to end with the solo, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing that. What we're gonna do is on the 14 on the G string, we do a bend, we kill the note, and then hit 14 again. Then 14, pull off to the 12 on the G string. Okay, 14 on the D string, 12, and then on the G string we go to 12 and we do a tiny bend. We're gonna be doing that. Then we're gonna do that 14 on the D string, 12 on the D, 14 two times. Okay, on the 14, 12 on the G string, then 14, 12, 14. We're gonna do that, and then 12 on the A string, hammer on to the 14, on the D string, 12, hammer on to the 14th, then 12 and 14 at the same time on the G string and on the D string, and we play the loosened G string, and we end with the solo. Okay, so with the outro, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play several times on the 5th on the B string and 7th on the G string, several times, and then we end 12 on the B, 12 on the G string, 14 on the D string, and 12 on the D string. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing that 15 two times on the B string, 12 on the B string, 15 again on the B string, and then we go 14 and 12, and we do kind of a vibrating thing. Then we're gonna be doing that. Now the same thing we did before: 5th on the B string, 7th on the G string, and we do a bend on the G string. We do that bend 3 times. Then we do it one more time, and we go to the 5th on the B string. Okay? Then we're gonna be doing that 7 on the G string, bend, and then 2 times on the B string on the 5th position. We do one more time, bend on the 7th, 5th position on the B string. We just play one time, and on the second time we do a slide to the 3rd position, and we hit it one more time. Then what we do is we're gonna be doing that 4th on the G string, pull off to the loosened string on the G string, then 3rd fret on the B string, okay, and then 4th on the G string, slide to the 2nd position, pull off to the loosened 3rd string, okay. and then second string on the second fret on the fourth string on the D string. Then what we do is we're gonna be do that. It's gonna be a fifth A string, loosen A string. We do a hammer on to the second fret. Okay, and then we hit 3 times on the fourth on the D string, 3 times. Then second fret and loosen D string. Then what we do is fifth, loosen fifth, hammer on to the second position, and then the loosen D string. Then we repeat the same movement again, one more time, and then fourth, and then third. Loosen fourth, loosen third. Then we go to the sixth string, third fret. We do kind of a bend. Then we play the loose string, the sixth string, loosen sixth string. Then we go to E chord. Okay, one more time. And then we end that section.